takes 6 months. Holy fuck. Motherfuckers will not like you. Motherfuckers will talk about you. Motherfuckers will say you changed. Motherfuckers will say you not shit. Motherfuckers will say you not there for them. There will be nights when you crying. There will be nights when you spend your last on that mentorship. There will be nights when you sore as fuck from the gym. There will be nights when your eyes about to pop out your fucking head. There will be nights when you can't figure out your next meal because you spent all that money into your business. I can assure you it's very uncomfortable, but there's nothing comfortable about growth. Two types of motherfuckers. There's motherfuckers that's in the game and there's motherfuckers that's in the stands. Which man do you want to be? Now is the motherfucking time. I got the most energy. I got the most focus. I got the most momentum. It's time to double down. It's time to lock in. YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Crowd. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today we got a great one. Today we're going to speak about sacrifice. Right? When you are on this journey to become a 1% man and check the 6 C's, church, charisma, cuts, cash, clout, character. If you do not make sacrifices for your standards will become the sacrifice. To get what most don't have, you must do what most won't do. There are 168 hours in a week. If you are spending 0 hours outside of work, not focusing on the man you need to be, you will be the same man in 5 years. I can assure you. The easier things are, the harder life gets. The harder things are, the easier life gets. Life doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. But within those everyday battles, within those monthly battles, within those yearly battles, within those phases, you must make sacrifices, right? So that's what we're going to speak about today. I'm going to break down the 4 sacrifice tiers. There's 4 tiers of sacrifice. And I want you guys to take fucking notes because this might be the most powerful video I ever drop, right? And I want you to ask yourself where you fall in this barrier. What tier are you in? Have an honest conversation with yourself, right? And figure out what you can do to get to the next level, what you can do to get to the next tier, or you will stay in that same tier. You will stay mediocre. You will stay a dweeb. And in each of these tiers, every circle is going to have 4 boxes. And the reason being is because as human beings, as men, we only have X amount of time, energy, and effort, not only physically, but cognitively as well. A lot of motherfuckers think they can prioritize a whole bunch of different things. You cannot. Something has to give. Right? You just have to choose what you want to give to become the man you want to be. So without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with tier 4, right? Tier 4, you might have your 9 to 5, women, vices, and F is going to be family and friends. Or for my young guys, you might have school, vices, family and friends, women, right? This is 99% of men. This is drifters. This is a 99% dweeb. I hope this isn't any of you. This is a man that has no purpose. This is a man that has no drive. This is a man that prioritizes comfortability over uncomfortability and is sacrificing his future. He's making a sacrifice. It's the wrong sacrifice. He's sacrificing the future for right now. He'd rather be happy right now. He'd rather have all the chicks. He'd rather drink, smoke, have fun on the weekend. He'd rather be a 1% friend. He'd rather be a 1% family member, right? He doesn't know how to say no. He'd rather be a people pleaser. He'd rather put everybody else above himself. He'd rather keep everybody else happy besides himself. And that's why he will stay a 99% dweeb. He will never reach the next level. This motherfucker takes 2 vacations a year because he cannot create a life he doesn't have to vacate from. He's a dweeb. He's overlooked. He's unconfident. Yeah, he might be liked by people. Yeah, he might have some chicks. He might have some friends. He might look cool, drink, smoke on the weekend. Everybody might like him. But internally, he hates his life. He has to escape. Every weekend, he has to escape. Every time he gets off work, he has to escape every lunch break because he hates his life. There's nothing special about him. He's overlooked. He's mediocre. Period. He hates who he sees in the mirror. He might have a chick. You might have some consistent pussy if you in this tier, but you'll meet the chicks that look better. There's nothing extraordinary about you. You're average. You're a dweeb. This man sacrificed his purpose for sexual needs. This man chased women instead of chasing his purpose, right? This man lost so much money chasing these chicks, but did not realize that he'll never lose women chasing his purpose. He didn't realize it, right? He stayed in the gulag. He stayed in the 99 percentile of the pack. He lived a comfortable life, right? You go to your 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? After work, you may go home, watch Netflix, beat your meat, You know, you might have a drink, you might text that chick that doesn't even really like you and then beat your meat to a chick that looks better, right? Then wake up and do it all over again. Then the weekend comes, you get to sleep in. You get to go drink beers with the guys, right? Sunday comes, you might go to church and then tailgate, right? And then go to sleep and do it all over again, week to week to week to week, doing nothing to separate yourself as a man. You have no purpose. You're a drifter. You're caught in the gulag. You are caught in hypnotic rhythm. And one of the worst things about tier 4 and tier 3 that I'm going to speak about in a second, you don't even know that you're in the gulag. You think this is what life is. You do. You're living like a chick. Let's leave the happiness and comfortability to the females. We are men. Seek pain, or you will stay in this tier. You'll continue to be a 99% dweeb, right? You'll go to school, you'll drink and smoke, you'll have a couple cool chicks, and you'll have your friends and family, right? But you will not have the house, you will not have the car, you will not have the relationship with God, you will not have the physique, you will not have the character, you will not have the charisma, you will not have the status, you will not leave a legacy. You will be on your deathbed full of regret, like, holy fuck, I was a 1% friend. I had a lot of chicks. I worked a 9 to 5 and I went to school. I drank and I smoked and I consumed social media, but I was not the man I wanted to be. You're in the fucking stands. There's two types of motherfuckers. There's motherfuckers that's in the game and there's motherfuckers that's in the stands. Which man do you want to be? Make a motherfucking decision, because I can assure you, you'll continue to be a 99% dweeb if you sit in the stands. You're going to be that motherfucker like on your lunch break, watching all these motherfuckers drive the cars, watching all these motherfuckers live in the house, watching all these motherfuckers have the chick, watching all these motherfuckers have the lifestyle, watching all these motherfuckers live the life that you want to live. But you'll never be able to obtain it. Only for 4 days. Only for 4 days twice a year. On your little vacation, you got to go right back to that fucking cubicle and live a miserable life because you prioritize happiness instead of pain. And that's why your future will suck. Your kids will hate you. You will bring children into this world and be like, holy fuck, son, I couldn't figure out a way. You have to do the same thing your dad did. Then you're going to cause your son, then you're going to cause your kids to drift. Then you're going to be hating on your kids. Then you're going to be telling your kids you got to go to school because you couldn't figure it out. Because you're a 99% dweeb, right? Because you didn't make the sacrifices. Matter of fact, you did make the sacrifice. You just made the wrong ones. Do not be this man. If you are this man, let me tell you something, bud. Get the fuck off of my video. My video is not for you. My content is not for you. You're a 99% dweeb. You're not doing the bare minimum. No, brother, you're not doing shit. You're mediocre. Matter of fact, no, you're not mediocre. You're fucking below mediocre. You are a fucking bitch. You are a bum. You have no purpose. You have no drive. You don't have ambition. Where's your competitive nature as a man? All you do is go to work, drink, smoke, chase these chicks, and be the best friend that you can be. Be the best family man that you can be. Holy fuck! Sounds like a miserable fucking life. What are you going to do to separate yourself as a man? You're not doing shit right now. And that's why you will stay in tier 4. Go ahead. Prioritize comfortability. Go ahead. I don't care. Somebody has to wash my car. Somebody has to valet my car when I pull up in the Urus. Somebody has to DoorDash me my food. Somebody has to do it. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be the 1%. It's not going to be my guys in 1% Academy. I can assure you. But it's going to be you because you want to prioritize the wrong things. You want to sacrifice the wrong things. Do not let it be you. Next, we got tier 3, which is one level above, but it's still not shit. Right? So with tier 3, we got the 9 to 5 or school. We got the gym, okay? We added in the gym. We got vices. We got women, right? Or you got your 9 to 5 in school, gym, vices, family and friends. Or it's actually 3, right? You got your 9 to 5 or school, got the gym, you got women, and you got family and friends. This was me. This isn't a 99% dweeb. This is a 75% dweeb. This is a motherfucker that thinks the 9 to 5 in the gym is enough. Holy shit. You're going to be a jacked motherfucker that is poor. I can assure you, you think you're doing something because you have a 6-pack and you work a modest job and you have a car that can get you from point A to point B and you live in a nice apartment and you can pull above average chicks. Brother, there's more. But I didn't know that. The worst thing about tier 3 and tier 4 is that you don't even realize that there's more. You think that you're doing enough. You're not doing shit. I can assure you, Brother, you still putting women over your purpose. Brother, you're still drinking and smoking on the weekend. Brother, you're still saying yes to your friends. You're still being a people pleaser. You're still answering every text. You're still answering every call. Just because you think that you go to your job and then after work or before work, you go to the gym, that you're doing something. No, you're still caught in a gulag. You're still a 75% dweeb. And the worst part about this tier is that you think you are better than what you are. You think that you are, but you're not. It's not enough. This is the bare minimum. We're not even on tier 2 yet. You're doing the bare minimum. You still have no purpose. You still have no drive. You're still not making sacrifices. You made a minor sacrifice. So what? You can lift some fucking weight. So what? You could get a physique and pull certain chicks. It doesn't fucking matter, right? The chicks pull up, they see you got the physique, but then they come to your crib and you're poor. They talk to you when you're not intellectual. They talk to you when you have no charisma. They look on your Instagram, you have no status. You have no relationship with God. You're just a jacked dweeb. That's really what it is. You're not shit. And this was me for a long time. I thought I was doing something. I wasn't doing anything at all. There was much more that I could obtain. All this shit is obtainable. I was putting limitations on myself. This man has no purpose. You're still in the stands. So fucking what? You go to the gym. Wimpy-doo, right? You're still chasing these chicks when you could be chasing your purpose, right? You're still putting women in your family over your purpose, right? You're still drinking and smoking and consuming social media and going out every weekend instead of putting it into your purpose, instead of putting it into you, instead of putting it into becoming a 1% man. So fucking what? You go to the gym. You still fuck off on the weekend. You got like a half-ass physique. Matter of fact, because you stay focused through Monday through Friday, then weekend you eat like shit. Weekend you drink. Weekend you smoke, right? You got a fucking fat pack. You got 12 to 14% body fat when it could be 8 to 10% body fat. But you don't want to get to that upper echelon. You don't want to reach that next level. You don't want to get to that barrier. You're comfortable. You wanted them comfortable motherfuckers. You wanted the motherfuckers that get a little bit comfortable with a little bit of results. You have a good job in your physique. It's okay. So fucking what? There is more to get. There is more to do as a man. You must strive for more. Why are you satisfied with that? 99%, 75% dweeb. You 75% dweeb, the old cry. Why do you think that's enough? You got some muscles, but you're broke. You got some muscles, but you still can't talk to chicks. You got some muscles, but you still have to take 2 vacations a year working a job that you hate. It's not fucking enough, right? But you think that you made a minor sacrifice, and you think just because you go to the gym for 2 hours a week that you are upper echelon, that you are elite. Holy fuck, you're not doing shit. I'm gonna keep saying it. You're not. You're right in the middle of the pack. You're not a 99% dweeb, you're average, right? You got a cool physique, you drive an average car, you make an average income, you have an average life. There's nothing extraordinary about you. You're not checking every single box, you're checking half of the box. You're not Thanos, you got 2 of the Infinity Stones. You can never get 5 because you're satisfied with the 2. You're decent. You know what I'm saying? You're the double D. You're decent and you're delusional because you think you're above decent, but you're not. You're not. You're not maximizing every fucking area. You've only maxed out the gym. I hate motherfuckers like this, and the reason being is because I used to be one. You're not doing enough. You're not him. You're not. You're doing the bare minimum. You're in tier 3, right? You still chase these chicks. You still drink. You still smoke. You still are a people pleaser. Just because you have the physique does not mean anything. Can you apply that same discipline you have in the gym in other areas? Probably not. Otherwise, you would be in tier 2 or 1. So let's go ahead and hop into tier 2. In my opinion, this is the most dangerous tier to be in. And I was in this tier for a long time, right? So in tier 2, you work your 9 to 5 or you go to school, you go to the gym, you work on your purpose, but you prioritize these chicks as well, right? Or you work your 9 to 5, you go to school, you go to the gym, you prioritize your purpose, but you still say yes to friends and family. Or you go to your 9 to 5 or school, you work on your purpose, you go to the gym, but you still have vices, right? The difference between this tier and 3 and 4 is because 3 and 4, you don't even know that you're in the gulag. You think you're a 1% man, but you're really a 75% man. You think that you're living an average life, but you're really a 99% dweeb. This tier, they know that they're a 30% man. They know that there's more to give, but they're stuck. They can't make that final leap. They can't make that final jump. They can't make that final sacrifice. They realize that they could be at tier 1, but they never do it They scared. This man has sacrificed. He has. He goes to the gym. He's waking up early. He's doing 4 to 5 hour deep work sessions after work, right? He's prioritizing his 5 to 9. He's waking up early. He's going to his 9 to 5. He's still going to the gym, but you want to know what the barrier is? On the weekend, he's chasing that chick. On the weekend, he's drinking and smoking. On the weekend, he's chilling with his friends, right? Or for a week, he might not, but then the next week, he does it, right? He's not consistent. He's at that third level. He's taking normal amounts of action. He knows he could be doing more, but he just can't say no. He knows he could invest in that mentorship, but he keeps taking his chicks on dates. He knows he should be going to sleep, waking up early, but he just couldn't say no to the guys, and he just had to get that section. He knows that he shouldn't be consuming social media, but he just scrolls for 1 more hour, watches 1 more Andrew Tate video when he knows he shouldn't be putting that hour into deep work. He's right there. He's doing most motherfuckers, right? But he'll never reach that upper echelon barrier. This is the motherfucker that you see all these 1% men, you see all these successful individuals, and you're like, holy fuck, I feel like I'm putting in all this work. Why don't I have the results yet? Because you're not doing what they're doing. You're not. You're at the third level. You're at the normal level, right? You know you shouldn't be with that chick. You know she don't see the vision. You know she's holding you back. You know you wasn't ready for that relationship. You know that all the hours you spend with her, you could be really putting in your purpose. You know that all of them arguments are having an emotional effect on you on a day-to-day basis and holding you back from the man you need to be and affecting your purpose, affecting your gym sessions, affecting your 9 to 5, affecting your schoolwork. You know that. You know that you shouldn't be smoking that blunt even though it's 1 day a week. You know that it's slowing you down. You know that it's making you sleepy, right? Yeah, you do your deep work. Yeah, you go to the gym. Yeah, you're working your 9 to 5. If you wasn't smoking, you could be a lot more productive. You could be a lot more elite. You maximize Monday through Saturday, but Sunday come, you want to go to Sunday brunch. You want to drink, right? Now you're a little bit draggy on Monday. Now your gym session, your leg sessions ain't really hitting, right? Now your deep work session, you still a little bit hungover, right? You know you shouldn't told your family that you was coming home for Easter. You know that you really didn't have enough money to make it to your friend's wedding, but that was your dog, so you went, right? You was like, fuck, I know I should have spent this money on this mentorship, but I just had to make it to my friend's wedding. That's my dog. I couldn't make the sacrifice. You're right there. You're right there, but you're scared to say no. You want to be a people pleaser. You want to be liked by everybody else, right? Or you just don't want to be lonely. You don't want to get to that next barrier. You think, matter of fact, fellas, this is what it is. You think that you have 5 boxes. You think you can still prioritize women. You think you can still prioritize vices occasionally. You still think you could be a 1% friend and be a 1% man. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. You cannot. There's another fucking level, but you haven't reached that level yet. You're scared, and that's why you will stay in this tier. I was at this level. Right? I was doing the deep work. I was going to my job. I was going to the gym, right? But I was still putting chicks over my purpose. I was still doing my vices occasionally. I was still putting family and friends over my purpose. I was still answering every call. I was still answering every text, right? I was still consuming LeBron James scored 30 when it wasn't doing shit for me. I still was doing it. I still was sacrificing money I didn't have to please women. I still was doing it. Do not let it be you, because you will stay at that barrier. You must understand it's another fucking level. It's another fucking level. This is the bare minimum. Right now you are 30% dweeb. You're not a 99% dweeb. You're not. You're not a 75% dweeb, because you're not just going to the gym. You are working on your purpose, but you must understand there's another fucking level. So let's get into it. The last and final tier. It's tier 1. Tier 1. It's only 1 fucking box. It's not 2 to 3 fucking boxes. You got your 9 to 5 or school. You got the gym. You got your purpose. And you got your purpose again. You have to say no. Everything that is not contributing to the gym, your 9 to 5, your purpose must go. And the free time that you do have must be dedicated to your purpose. No, I'm not going out. No, I'm not drinking. No, I'm not smoking. No, I'm not watching LeBron James. No, I'm not playing video games. No, I'm not chasing these chicks. I'm not. I have to make the sacrifice. This is a lonely motherfucking tier. Motherfuckers will not like you. Motherfuckers will talk about you. Motherfuckers will say you changed. Motherfuckers will say you're not shit. Motherfuckers will say you're not there for them. There will be nights when you're crying. There will be nights when you spend your last on that mentorship. There will be nights when you sore as fuck from the gym. There will be nights when your eyes about to pop out your fucking head. There will be nights when you can't figure out your next meal because you spent all that money into your business. I can assure you it's very uncomfortable, but there's nothing comfortable about growth. There's nothing comfortable about the 1%. There's nothing comfortable about being the man that you know you can be. There's nothing comfortable about this tier. But a lot of niggas won't make that sacrifice, man. Most of you guys, sadly to say, y'all gonna stay in that tier 2. Y'all gonna stay in that tier 3. Y'all won't make it to this level because you can't say no. It only takes 6 months. Holy fuck. Can you say no to the women for 6 months? Can you say no to the vices for 6 months? Can you say no to consuming social media for 6 months? Can you say no to kicking it with your homies for 6 months? Everything has to go. This is massive amounts of action. This is massive amounts of sacrifice. This is massive amounts of work every fucking day Can you do it? 99% of men cannot, and that's why it's a 1%. That's why 99% of men will stay mediocre. That's why 75% of men will work a job and be jacked. That's why 30% of men will stay at that normal amount of action, but only 1% will get to that upper echelon where they check every fucking box. Because they made every sacrifice. They did not give a fuck. They treated their success like they wanted to breathe. They didn't think, how can I be successful? They thought, how can I make failure impossible? And they did it like their life depended on it. This is the level I'm at, fellas. I got beautiful women in my DM every day. No! I got my niggas asking me to go out every weekend. No! I haven't seen my family in a year. So fucking what? I will see you soon. It's work to fucking do. You must grasp the fucking moment. You must understand, like, now is the motherfucking time. I got the most energy. I got the most focus. I got the most momentum. It's time to double down. It's time to lock in. But a lot of niggas lose it because they can't make the final sacrifice. They cannot. They just have to drink that shot. They just have to smoke that blunt. They just have to lay down with that chick. Even if it's for 30 minutes, it's them little tiny battles. You want to text that chick for 30 minutes, why don't you just go to sleep earlier so you can wake up earlier and do more deep work? You want to go out with your friends. Holy fuck, who cares that you're in shape? Who cares that you already did 4 hours of deep work? Go take a walk and do more. Go read a book. There's always more to do. If you are not the man you want to be, there's always more to do. And even when you become a 1% man, there's always more to do. Because then you can get to that fucking 0.05% man, 0.001% man. There's always another level. A lot of niggas can never get to that level because they do not want to fucking sacrifice. You have to sacrifice everything. Fellas, I can assure you, whatever you think it takes to get to the tier 1, whatever you think it takes to become a 1% man, I can assure you it takes so much fucking more. I can assure you. It takes so much fucking more. It takes every ounce of sacrifice. It takes all day your phone is on D&D. It takes every moment of the fucking day is scheduled and you have a routine. Every fucking macronutrient tracked. Every gym session, every break is timed. Every failure set is until failure. Every weekend is maximized. It takes everything. Everything. You can't give 99%. You have to give 110. I can assure you. But a lot of niggas don't want to do it. Sadly enough, I hate to say it, most of you guys will watch this video and you may try to get to this tier for a week, but it won't last because you can't consistently make the sacrifices. This isn't some shit you could do for a week. This isn't some shit you could do for a month. Fellas, I'm doing it right now. I'm not telling y'all to do something that I'm not doing myself or trying to get to somewhere that I'm not trying to get to myself. It's enough success out here for all of us. And one thing you must understand, when you're putting the 9 to 5 first, when you're putting the gym first, when you're putting your purpose over all of the bullshit, this eventually will replace this. Right? You done worked on your purpose so much that it replaces the 9 to 5. Now you have time for the women. Now you have time for the vices. Now you have time for your family and friends because the purpose replaced your 9 to 5. So now you have another bubble, right? But a lot of motherfuckers can't go through the phase and sacrifice everything else and put their purpose first to even get out of the 9 to 5, to even get out of the gulag. That's why you see the successful motherfuckers. They got the house, they got the car, but it still seems like they're having fun. Slow down. They went through a phase where it was school or work, gym, purpose. They went through that phase. Y'all motherfuckers want to skip the pain. Y'all motherfuckers want to skip the work. Y'all motherfuckers want to skip this phase and just have all of the achievements, all of the success. It doesn't work like that, right? 1% cry is when I'm making 100K a month. I'm going to the gym. I'm working on my purpose with my brothers, but I also can spend time with my mother and take her on vacation and tell her, Mom, you don't have to work anymore. Right now, I'm not at that phase. Right now, for me, fellas, it's not 9 to 5. It's my business, right? But it's still the gym purpose. It's still the same fucking phase. It's still the same fucking sacrifice. I give everything, every fucking day, dedicated to my purpose. Fellas, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know. This is my second time recording this video. The first time I recorded it, it was blurry. And I cooked the first video. This is the second time this has happened, and it always happens when I'm really cooking and I feel like it's my most powerful video. I swear to God, this happened about 3 months ago, and it happened again today. The devil is testing me. The devil is trying to drift me. Why the fuck is my video blurry only when I'm cooking? Why does it keep happening? But I didn't make excuses. I came up here and I recorded it again. Not with the same energy, with more energy, because my standards don't give a fuck how I feel. My standards don't give a fuck that my camera failed for a little bit. My standards give a fuck about results, and I can't get results unless I take massive action and I make the sacrifice to be the man I want to be and put purpose over everything else. Fellas, you have to say no. You cannot be a people pleaser. You will not be a 1% friend. You will not be a 1% Instagram consumer. You have to be a 1% man. Say no to these chicks. Say no to your friends. Say no to devices and make the fucking sacrifice. Stop doing the bare minimum. You're 9 to 5 in the gym is not enough. Stop doing what you need to do during the week, but fuck off on the weekend. Stop doing what you need to do for 3 weeks, but fuck off the 4th week. You have to stay consistent with the sacrifice, period. You will stay at tier 4, 3, or 2. I can assure you. Go ahead, do it. I don't give a fuck. Because all my brothers in 1A, we get into tier 1. And if you are a guy stuck at tier 3, working a job you really don't like, but have a little bit of consistency in the gym, right? Or stuck at tier 2, you working on your purpose, you got your 9 to 5, but you're still prioritizing these chicks. You still prioritizing these vices. You still prioritizing your friends and your family for a certain amount of time. I will put the link in the description where you'll get to work with me one-on-one. And I can tell you right now, if you're a fucking dweeb and you're lazy, don't even book the fucking call. This is not for everybody. This is for the 1% motherfuckers that's seeking that uncomfortability and want to check every motherfucking box and are willing to make the sacrifices. If that's you, I will put the link in the description. Let's go! Fellas, I'm so fucking passionate about this shit. I keep saying 1%. I don't want it to be a 1%. I want it to be a 5% because there's so many men that got to that upper echelon to the point you can't say 1% no more. It's 5% of us because there's so many men that are elites. Let's lock the fuck in and stop being dweebs. Let's lock the fuck in and stop being 75% fucks. Let's lock the fuck in and stop being a normal amounts of action motherfucker at tier 2. Get to tier 1. But you have to make the sacrifices. Most of you guys aren't willing to do it. Matter of fact, most of you guys are willing to do it, but not consistently. And that's why you will stay at that tier 3. That's why you will stay at that tier 2. That's why you will stay at that tier 4. Make the fucking jump. All this shit is obtainable. That's the video for the day. Do it. Come on.